y'all doing? This is Hunt 919 True Sports. I was just sitting here thinking about the loss, against Oregon, and I wasn't thinking about it in a negative light at all. I'm thinking about it more in a positive light. After watching the team go against a legit top 10 team, we obviously saw a blowout, but I didn't see the same thing that all of you all probably saw. What I actually saw was a coaching staff that is doing a great job coaching up the guys that they're given. Um, of course, it's not the same 1-11 roster from last year. This is a new roster, but we can't forget that the roster still came mostly from the transfer portal, and like 70 some odd players are all new to each other. And for this team to be 3-1 right now and was nationally ranked before they actually, before the Oregon game, I think we cannot forget the job that they're doing just to make this team respectable. And because they're doing such a great job, I think we're forgetting and having extra high expectations of this team. This team is not even a year old. This team is maybe 6 months old at the most, if I remember correctly. And we have to start giving these coaches credit. It's not an easy job to coach a bunch of new people, get them all on the team, and be all on the same accord every game. So for them to be 3-1 at this point, I think is great. And I think we need to, learn to shout out the coaches when they are doing a good job, because they're actually coaching. They don't have top 10 talent like Oregon to sit back on and just kind of smile and just kind of coast. I don't want to say coasting because everybody works hard, but you all know what I mean. They got the dogs to back it up. Sean Lewis, I think, is doing a great job running the offense. Is obviously a proven offense. He's done great working with Shedeur. Shedeur before the Oregon game was a Heisman, was on the Heisman's list. So that says a lot about Sean Lewis. So they're doing great with that. Charles Kelly, the defensive coordinator. We know that the defense struggles, but they are right now. He has what he has, but for the most part, they bend and don't break. They also get a lot of interceptions. So can't really complain about it. They have what they have right now. You got Gary Harrell, who works with the running backs. I think we all know that Colorado has good running backs. Right now the line is just not blocking as great as they could, so the running backs are struggling, even though they have good talent back there. And I'm thinking maybe they should go, have two men back there instead of a single back, have double two backs back there, and maybe one lead blocking, almost like the old school fullback that used to lead for the runners. And I'm sure they're thinking about this, but Gary does a good job too. Andre Hart, who works with the linebackers. Yes, there are a lot of runs going up the middle on this team, but the linebackers, they hustle, they work hard. I think they need to get a little bit bigger when they start in the off season. I think they will, but they hold their own. Again, they're part of a defense that will bend but doesn't break for the most part. You got Bill O'Boyle, who works with the offensive line. I'm sure he understands that they have to get bigger than they are right now, and of course he can't change it in the middle of the season, but for the most part they hold up well the best they can. I think they understood what they needed after going up against Oregon and the size that Oregon showed. So he's doing a good job with them. Kevin Mathis, who works with the cornerbacks. Now that's a position that's up and down. Travis is out, and we got they got that position is hard. It's a hard. The reason they're kind of soft on cornerbacks is because it's just a hard position. Between being a quarterback, I think the cornerback is the second hardest job. You're dealing with world-class speed. You don't know where they're going. You're kind of guessing where they're going. You're backpedaling. You don't see the ball half the time until the last second if you see it. And I just think it's a hard position. But I think just like with the rest of the defense, they may bend but don't break. And they're definitely doing the best they can. You got Brett, Coach Brett, who works with the wide receivers. Of course, they have one of the best wide receiving core probably in the nation, with most of them having over 100 yards so far, if I'm not mistaken, and all of them are dangerous. It's just a matter of who's getting open on a particular day or a particular game is who's going to have the biggest game. But most of the time, they catch what's thrown to them. They all struggled a little bit in the Oregon game, but the wide receivers are very good. Coach Nick Williams, who works with the defensive ends, I know they've been working hard. I think they finally got their first sack against Oregon. So that's a big deal. I know that he wants more sacks than what they have right now. But again, he's working with what they have. And those kids on the ends, they are working very hard trying to get to the quarterback. So even though it doesn't show results all the time as far as getting sacks, they are hustling, they are working hard. And by the end of the season, who knows what it's going to look like. Tim Brewster, Coach Tim Brewster works with the tight ends. And, of course, his tight ends have stepped up. He against Oregon, that was the only touchdown came with a tight end. Against their last game they played, it was the against Colorado State. The tight end made the biggest plays that not only put them in overtime, help them win the game. So the tight end coach is doing very well too. Then you got Dennis Thurman. He's basically quality control, but he works with the defense as well. And of course, they're bending but not breaking. So yes, Oregon put it to him, and I would be honest, USC will probably put it to him as well. But it is what it is. They have what they have, and I think with the available talent that they had, I think they're doing the best they can with them, and I think they've gotten more out of them than a lot of other coaching staffs could have. To be 3-1 when everybody had you 1-3, or maybe some people had them 0-3 at this time, and to be a national ranked team up until the Oregon game, I think we as fans need to be careful with the expectations. Coach Prime is so good at motivating everyone, the kids, and watching his motivation. I think it kind of tricks us because we're like, yeah, we believe too, and we can beat everybody and dominate every team in every game, and it's just hard to do that this early in the process. Now you give them another 2 or 3 years, and I personally believe they could be on a different type level. A new Alabama, if he stays there with the coaches that he may have coming in. I think Warren Sapp may be coming in next year. I think Terrell Owens may join the staff. I'm not sure, on top of the staff that he has, and he keeps getting recruits at the rate that we think he can get them, and he get the big boys like he said, because he said he only needs another 6 or 7 players. But if he get the players that he really want down in the trenches, who knows what they can be. So we just got to keep riding with him. It's going to be a up and down season. I think they're still going to win some games that they probably shouldn't win on paper, but because of the coaching staff and the way they motivate the kids and the kids respond to them, I think that they're going to win more games than what we think they're going to win. They're already halfway to being bowl eligible, which would be a great accomplishment if they can make it to a bowl game. And can you imagine how much money that bowl is? Probably one of the few bowl games that'll be sold out. I know the bigger bowl games get sold out. Once you get down to the mid-tier bowls or the ones slightly below the big-time bowls, you never see sold-out crowds. But I can almost promise you, wherever Coach Sanders and the Colorado Buffs go, it's going to be sold out. So that's just my thinking about the game in a positive manner. Everybody's kind of panicking. I'm not. I know sports, and I just think when you get away from the Oregon game, you see how good these coaches have been working. Because we saw a legit top 10 team, and we saw what Colorado really needs. But yet at the same time, they're 3-1 that was ranked before the Oregon game, and the multiple guys on offense and defense have won weekly awards. So I'm about to sign off. It's Hunt 919 True Sports. Ride with me.